Welcome to the very mysterious theatrical venue that is Cambrian Hall. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here is the Eagle, Charlie Edwards, fighting out of the United Kingdom, It's the Pac-Man. How intimidating would it be to look up and...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, introducing from London, England, a flyweight world champion, Charlie Edwards. Fighting out of the blue corner, from General Santos City in the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats, boxing's first and only 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
Only one, number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room, I am the one. Top 2 but not number 2. There ain't no room, boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room, still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room, straight in, more pain so, more gaining. Here I came in, guns blazing, at Raven, you get weighed in. Been training, sick of waiting, some failing, not plain sailing, entertaining. Check the ratings, let me out, I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready, who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, your best luck.
Welcome to the wonder that is the Atlantic. Charlie. It's Charlie, the Eagle Edwards.
This bout.
What a pleasure it is to... High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Lucky that hook didn't score. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? How about that time counter shot? After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Good counter punching. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swing and a miss with the jab. Straight right just misses. Just misses with that uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweet.
And there's the bell for round 2. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Moves left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Just missing with the right uppercut. Nice counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter shot. They exchange punches. Just misses with the right uppercut. Those counter punches have to hurt. Both men step back for just a moment. Solid punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
You know what? I've been in fights like that. When you think...
And there's the bell to start round 3. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That uppercut doesn't land. You'd like to see more jabs. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. A big whiff with the right hook. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Insane action. There's a counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Wow, what a shot. And it's over. A home run swing, and that will do it here. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
You're right, Todd.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
What a build.
Another done. All damn just what have I become. No chance on stay what they waiting for. No brain on stage, been here before. Hold on too much, gotta let it go. No pain, I'm out of it, ain't involved. No call, no show, I ain't really gone. Too late to say I was dead wrong. Throwing out the way for that info. Feel lost, but I know that we close. We down my lane on the road. Feel like I've been there before, but maybe switching my roles. Cold dude, no.
They could have picked any venue in the world, but they chose this one for a reason. What an atmosphere. This is the... It's King Rock. Terrence Bud.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red...
A lot of trash talk. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. They're both trying for a knockout. A perfect counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Fighters love being in this venue as the audience is right on top of you, and they will be bringing the heat tonight. They are ready to watch this showdown.
For a fighter walking into a theatre, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym. Because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That uppercut just missed. Nice work to block that right uppercut. He just misses with that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that. What do we expect to see here in round 2? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. How about that time counter shot? If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in counter.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Punch, counter punch. Oh, that punch. Didn't land that jab. That left uppercut doesn't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominant. There's the bell to start round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. Nice counter. Nope, that hook won't score. The courage on display here is incredible. Good counter punching. Big shot, and down goes Garcia. He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look at this again.
That's lights out.
1, 2, 3, 4. Then we continue.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Garcia in that last round. And there's the bell to start round 4. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good defense on the right uppercut. That was a big right hand. Went right over the gloves. Stamina is off the charts. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He needs to be... Hold that thought! Oh, and it's flashing lights for the Flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. Didn't wait long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the rope.
Oh my God, Johnny! Right now, the Flash is seeing flashes after that shot. Garcia in that last round. At this point, you got to believe. Back into the fray here in round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
The only fear you have with this lightweight is has he punched himself out? Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Just missed with that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter. Fast fighters got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges.
This is the beginning of round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Holding nothing back here in the round. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. His stamina is off the charts. Stamina is off the charts. They exchange punches. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Those counter punches have to hurt. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. About Garcia in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas that.
Here we go. It's round 7. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a kiss. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Just missed with that hook. There's a counter shot. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Incredible work rate. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Started out Garcia in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters. And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. And he scores with the counter. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Catch and shoot. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. He threw a punch and just got countered. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. The straight right just misses. Time they throw a shot. The referees pause the action and we'll take a look at that cut. To the relief of the fans here, this fight will continue. Some might have thought it was a little bit closer, but in the end, the referees are in a unanimous agreement.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's an necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming, is optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the K. This like winner, Chocolate cake for dinner, birthday cake for breakfast. Slice it like a ninja. Pick up all the pieces, assemble like Avenger. Authoring is August, wordplay is December. That mean my pen is in cinders and my delivering shivers like Siberian area shippers. Slip on the slickest icicles, drip from the tip of my scriptures. If you a ship on the trip, don't hit on the tip of my glacier. Swim with the fish and flippers. I finish my pictures. This is what didn't get it, getting hitting the different differs. What did he do with it? Didn't she? Who are you mentioning? Louis do a duel like identity, dueling enemies.
All right, I went over the rules. I want you... Do your business.